Yeah, I just wanted to show you how well those HIDs look for 35 bucks. I went with the 8000K, sorry. And yeah, they look really well with the black housing right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. They might not be the best color, but whatever. I enjoy it. Alright, so I'm going to hold this with one hand and try driving with the other one. Just a little video here. Oh, my exhaust didn't scrape. That's nice. Yeah, whenever I go over bumps, my exhaust hits my back axle or whatever there. A little too low. There's like a little C-clamp or whatever holding the two parts of the exhaust together, and it hits the little cover. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. Wait till the engine gets warmed up and then kicking some TRD here. I had to set the camera up. It's easier to drive. You know, overall this car is pretty good. Pretty fun to drive. Catches a lot of people off guard being just a Corolla. You know, smooth. I don't have that many problems with the transmission. Like, the synchros in most C60s, you know, get shot out, essentially. Because people want to drive and grind the gears, which I'm not saying that I have never done that. I don't do that often anymore. I got a lot better in the last almost 4 years of me owning this car. But yeah, the MT90 Redline gear oil there really helps. It's a lot smoother shifting for sure. It's too bad that's raining out here. Best at commentary, so yeah, car has some pep, to say the least. I go up to our, well, we have an 8th mile drag strip where I live, and it's pretty high up in the mountains, which kind of sucks because you lose a lot of speed for sure. It's, I don't know, I think it's like almost 3 kilometers above sea level. It's fucking crazy. But I don't know, last year without the short shifter, without the transmission fluid, just with my bald all-season tires on my stock rims, the 8th mile I was doing a 10.7, which isn't fast by any means, but for up there it was pretty quick. I was racing Honda Civics, Prelude SIs, Honda Civic SIs, Preludes, beat a Neon SRT4. That was mostly because he was wheel spinning the whole way. Beat a V6 Mustang and a V8 Mustang. Wheel spin for the V8. The V6 was just easy as pie. Yeah, won 3 first place trophies up there. Yeah. Then there's another 8 mile drag strip about 2 hours away, and it's not up as high. It's I think it's kilometer and a half above sea level. Not that low, not that high. And yeah, I was running a 10.2 there. I only got 2 runs in. So the other place that I do drag racing, it's you just run the whole night, and whatever, you have different classes. Like I'm racing in the 4-cylinder NA class, import 4-cylinder NA. So you basically just try to get your fastest run for the whole night, and then at the end of it, everybody that's in that class, you just bring up your time slip. You have the fastest time, then you win your trophy or whatever. But the Soyuz Drags is where I went. I live in Kelowna, the Okanagan area here. And yeah, I only got 2 runs in. I dialed in for a 10.3 and I did a 10.277, so 2 fucking runs, and then I got eliminated because I went too fast for my dial-in time, which sucked, because to cut half a second off of your 8th mile just from a little bit of height difference, like being down in the States, like Puerto Rico and stuff like that, people are saying they're doing like 9 seconds in a Corolla XRS stock. Like, that's fucking insane. But I guess it all has to do with where you live. Fancy that. There's a little Corolla pulling up beside me. Don't think it's an XRS though. It'd be a dream. I'm still running my stock ECU, but yeah, when I drag race it, I can manage to stay it in lift first and second. And I don't know, when I first got the car, when I'd shift into second, I'd go down to about 6,000. But now when I get in the zone, they would just slam it in, keep it about $7,000. Definitely want to get the Matrix XRS ECU, but that's for a future upgrade. Spent enough money on those headers and engine and all that crap, coilovers. Someday. Oh, yeah. Fun car. My whole city's car scene is mostly just Honda Civics and Preludes, big Honda scene just in general, but most of them are just Civic SIs or the hatchback 90s. Some of them look really nice, some of them are really fucking quick, but my little Rolla holds its own in this thing. Bucket seats, I don't know, power mirrors, power windows, power locks. I got an alien here, and whatever this guy is. My girlfriend wanted to be a part of my car, so that's her little staple as a vehicle. It's 6-speed manual. Not sure who's going to watch this video, but got cruise control, window locks. I don't usually ever have more than 2 people in the car. I know it's kind of stupid to have a 4-door, but mod goes, if anyone's like looking at upgrading their Corolla or Matrix XRS, I started with just the intake because it sounds so much better than the stock airbox, obviously. I'm not sure if it makes any more power, but it sounds really good, and it looks really good too. After that I went for the exhaust, which there's other videos on my channel. I think it decreased my 0 to 60 time by like 0.4 of a second. Whatever. Not sure if that's just my driving getting better or the actual mod, but it definitely does increase power. Got a dyno at 168.8 wheel horsepower. It was like 27 degrees Celsius out in Red Deer, Alberta. So I think it all, like I said, it all comes down to how high you are above sea level. But I'm not sure the height compared to Kelowna area here. It's probably a little lower. But yeah, that was just intake and exhaust. And once I get the poured and polished intake manifold put on and the PP headers, not headers, chastise me for saying it, headers. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to be for power, but I'm hoping around 180, 185 wheel horsepower. That's at least that's my goal. Try not to kick and lift as often as I used to. Hopefully this drive wasn't too boring for you. It's shitty ass weather. The roads out here in Kelowna are really good too, especially in the orchards and stuff. Just winding roads, and they're perfectly paved. It's beautiful. Make a huge difference if I had some good tires. All seasons. Fucking winter tires. Someday I'll buy some nice ones. These Beacon coilovers are pretty good. Like I bought them for $350 US plus shipping up here to Canada. It's not bad. They give a pretty decent drive. Like a comfortable ride, I mean. They don't go as low as I wanted, but damn well low enough. I still scrape over most speed bumps. I guess this is my daily driver. It's not a show car, right? So what are you gonna do? And yeah. Maybe I will show you my first place trophies I earned last year too. But it's definitely some competition for Civic SIs. I've only raced one newer, like 9th gen SI and 10th gen. Only one 9th gen. None of the newer ones. But yeah, hopefully soon I can race one, because that's my biggest competition. That K24 fucking beast.